All right, I'm calling this our lunchtime live,
All right.
but I ain't eating lunch. Just
Hungry?
no, I'm good.
I need different changes.
Hello. This is Twilla and me. Twilla here. Lactose is live. I got that notification.
Right on the side. Top, tippy, tip to top.
What's this? Did your phone ever do this? How my thing get like this?
Yeah, buddy. I had an accident.
What? Okay. Can you grant me access to is anybody? We got 3 viewers here. Who's that?
We out here.
Who's out here? That's what I want to know.
We out here. This is
You checking the live to see? Oh no.
me.
I didn't know. You were like, we're out here. This is.
I gotta play my song Lakeside.
Here, this is. I was just trying to see it.
Oh, okay. I thought you were trying to see if.
Leave me alone.
There we go.
Oh my gosh. What's up, LaShonda? What's up? How you doing? We are extra early today. Because our schedules are a bit cray. And we're trying to shoot ahead. Because, the holidays are upon us.
That's not a word at all.
Upon.
It be like that. All right.
LaShonda, I feel like people left you. It was you and 2 other people, and then.
Yeah, this is loosey-goosey.
Working at the work, yep. I'm work from home today, but I'm currently on my lunch break.
Sean, I like your picture. Look like it should be titled Mocha LG. The initials. Mocha LG. Where you from again, LaShonda?
All the way back.
Also, LaShonda, are you on Instagram so I can know your name differently? I'm trying to.
Y'all be killing me with these Instagram
different names on Instagram.
I was like, who is this?
Right.
Oh, I know. I do know you.
Yeah, Nubsy and I think Nubsy has like way too many names.
The Shy.
Okay. And what's your name on Instagram?
I'm actually, I was talking to my sibs. None of us have been to Chicago except for my one brother who's in school. And their school is based in Chicago. And he goes so much. He loves it. So we're planning on doing a quick sibling trip.
To Chicago?
To the Shy when it's not cold.
Okay.
When it's not cold. Because right now it would be.
Catastrophic.
That's the word. That's the exact word.
All right. Well, let's get it started.
Welcome back to another random ass convo. Nope.
Yep.
Strike that.
You sound like Charlamagne and DJ Envy. Cannot stop saying Angela Yee.
Yeah. Angela.
Welcome back to another episode of Rack with Twills and /__. Dion
Lack. Yes.
Dion Lack.
He is here.
We are here with another episode to talk to you
About random stuff.
now.
Period.
Now you're gonna block out the ass. Okay, got you.
I thought you said we had to.
No, we didn't have to.
What is we doing?
Well, I mean, just long. You can say random ass conversations because it sounds like you
just said it so effortlessly. Effortlessly.
First of all, can I mention your hair color?
Oh, what?
Yeah.
What about it?
Yeah,
what about my
dyed
hair
your hair.
color?
You dyed your
This
hair.
is
brown.
natural. This is. I woke up like this.
Okay. Brown baby hair. Okay. Do you do your eyebrows too?
My sister and I were debating that, but then I was like, I think I look too much of the same color.
Yeah.
It might look weird. Yeah.
What is a color that is out of pocket for somebody
like
with
what?
locks?
With locks?
Like, yeah.
I don't think there's anything like this out of pocket.
As in like, woo, versus like, okay. There's a difference between like, okay. Then it's like I like it.
I've seen so many different colors on hair. Yeah, like I think this is gonna get me in trouble.
No, it's not.
But I think that like bleach blonde with locks, I'm like, well, your journey now feels a little different because it feels like you're still trying to embrace something that's not
a black person with blonde locks.
Like bleach blonde. They're cute.
I gotta look that up.
They're cute on, but
like a dark skinned person or a light skinned person.
Anyone, like I'm just like you're embracing your natural journey, but you're not embracing what comes inherent to our people. And I'm like, that's just a little too deep, and that's just my own personal thought. I think it looks great when people do it. And yeah,
it's not bad. What are you talking about?
No, I was just saying. I said they were gorgeous.
Yeah. It's not like
Yeah, I was saying I wasn't coming from the or I'm just saying like the shock factor for me.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. But I think they're absolutely think they're gorgeous.
Those not real though, are they?
I don't know her. It could be.
No, those not real. On dark skin.
Like that's a hot mess.
Really?
But I just feel like they didn't do her hair right. I shouldn't be talking about people. Why you let me do that?
No, we good. All right.
Why you let me do that? I guess it's only LaShonda here right now. Hey, y'all hear that too.
There we go. You know, we out here. So right now you are in Mexico.
It's my so this week or in this past month, my youngest sister turned 30. So it's a big defining thing. Whoop whoop. Happy birthday, little sis, baby sis, because she ain't little no more. Then this is my big year. Hello 40.
Okay.
I'm not saying that again, but hello 40.
Hello.
And then my dad turns 70 this year. So we decided to do a family vacay. And just all of us.
I kind of feel away because I didn't get invited.
It's a family vacay.
Okay.
Yep. So have to be in the family.
Got you.
To go. Yeah. And when is this airing? What day?
We'll figure it out next Thursday, next Wednesday or something. No. Yeah.
Don't. Then I can't say what I was gonna say.
Okay.
Some stuff to it, but yeah. Right. So looking forward. And celebrating, the fam bam.
Yeah. All right.
And we haven't all really been together since my brother's wedding. I'm still saying too much. Let's push the date. Let's push the date.
Yeah. We're good.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Well, you are back from Dayton.
I am. Columbus.
My
kid's wedding was amazing. Nobody got stabbed or uppercutted.
It'd be horrible if you were like, we got to redo this because
everything I said, it happened.
Like, dang it.
I would not redo it. I was like, man, you ain't gonna believe. We recorded this on the 8th.
Oh man, that's funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, this month is like
going really fast. This year's going fast.
It's like disrespectfully fast. Like it was just Halloween. Like, and I say this because the amount of work our office shuts down for 2 weeks for my job. So everybody is like trying to get stuff done. And so my emails have been ridiculous, like from morning, like I'm answering emails at 8 a.m. I usually don't start work till 9:30, 10 o'clock, but everybody's just on some, like, we got to get this done. We got to finish all this, get this paperwork in. Because after 2 weeks, nobody's answering anything.
Right.
And you got to start the New Year's right. So that's where it's just the gates are open. And I'm like, but I still got lactose. So I'll still be working in them 2 weeks. Yeah, you know?
Yeah. Hey, man.
Shout out to my babes, lactose.
Question for you.
Answer for you.
How do you feel about I seen this on Instagram. Do you feel like Black people
African American.
Do you feel like Black people are overly like are so divided, or are we together? As in we stand up for each other, or it was like, man, we can't make up our mind what our agenda is.
You want to get deep? I feel like there's this idea of Black people being a monolith and thinking that all our thinking is and has always been singular. I think when our goal was common as a people, that we were more united as a front, but people have always had division on how we get to where we got to go. So I'm saying that to say that I don't think there's one, like, I think we might have a common purpose. Like, hey, we don't want to be racist against, we don't want to be oppressed.
Yeah.
But I think that there's so many schools of thoughts of how we get there and who we embrace. And some people who are like, I don't even care about that. I'm just trying to survive in my everyday. So yeah, I do think that we're probably a little bit more fractured than we were in the past. But I do see us being, because we're not a monolith, divided. I
was listening to this guy on the Breakfast Club about Jewish community. They feel like they're more oppressed than we are.
Listen,
and I heard some good stuff, man. I was really sad, like,
yeah,
because it was to a point where everything instead of Black people was like blame the Jew, like and that's where anti-Semitism came from.
Right.
It's like if all fails, keep blaming Jews for it,
which is such a dumb school of thought, right?
Right.
But I say, like, I'm not here to play oppression Olympics. I'm not going to say who's more oppressed, because oppression is bad.
Yeah.
Like, you have groups, minority groups of people who are often oppressed.
But also, before you say that, if Jews feel that way, Black people feel that. Where's the origin of these other white people from?
What do you mean the other white people?
Like where are they from? Like, I'm not saying all white people are Jews, but what are these privileged white people from? Like, what are their like Irish?
Yeah, like there's whole European countries that they come from. England, France, Spain,
right?
Like Italy. Italians have faced oppression. Polish people have faced oppression. Like, there's groups. There's always going to be a group that faces oppression. But I think when you hear the term Anglo white or WASP, white Anglo-Saxon Protestants, that's always been, like, in our country, a privileged group. And like I said, you got your French, Germans, like, it just lineage comes from.
Where are Jews from?
Well,
what country?
Theoretically, Israel. But there was a period of time where Israel was no longer like a state or a country. And it was in Palestinian territory, or I forget the name before that. So the group of people have been scattered throughout, like, because you had like the Roman empires and different groups that came in and took over, absorbed these groups and whatnot. And so, like, their people, part of the issue was they didn't have their own home, or their own home country for a long time. And so they were in Europe and the Americas, wherever, still practicing, their faith and practicing their culture. And in those times, like in those spaces, they were being discriminated against. Like you had Hitler being very anti-German because there was German people, not Jewish people living in Germany, Jewish people living in Poland, Jewish all over the world. They were like everywhere.
I'm actually curious to know.
What up, Moyo?
What up? What up? I'm actually curious to know, out of all races, why did Hitler grab the Jews?
I think that's part of. Yeah, I think it's partly because they were there in their country. Like Black people were definitely discriminated against. If you're a Black person living in Germany at that time, you were definitely thrown in.
They got in there.
You could get it too. Yeah, okay. Their goal was to uphold like a pure white race, and for Hitler, Jews aren't considered white and they aren't considered pure. Blacks aren't, Asians aren't, like anybody who wasn't could get it. Yeah.
So
but these were the populations, the mass populations, and who he targeted.
If he was collecting people, the Jewish community was the predominant.
Yeah, predominant.
So it was more Black. It was Black people there, Asian people there.
Yeah, not in those huge numbers at all. Yeah, like there's talks about like African people who died in concentration camps and stuff.
And Jews for the Germans' loss of World War I.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
If we didn't start off deep, girl, I don't know what happened.
We in here. No, I'm well, I just got enlightened to this anti-Semitism, where it came from and what not to say, what not, what you can say, and it really is in context. And it's like their word Jew is like the N word for us. Like, because you can just say it as an insult, and you can say it as he's Jew. He's a Jew. Then
he's Jewish.
Like, yeah. And then it's like, oh, he's a Jew.
Yeah.
That's the way you say it. It's like, oh, that's a whole different ballpark.
Yeah.
But then he was asking, he's like it really depends on the context. And he's like, can we say it? He's like nobody's really trying to cancel. He's like, we just want y'all to know that there's tiny steps of if we get away with this, you can get away with this. He had a good he broke down Dave Chappelle's monologue, and did you watch it? The Dave Chappelle monologue on SNL?
No.
Okay.
I have to watch it.
Yeah.
So I forget the full context.
Yeah, it was like me laughing at him watching it. It was like, this is pretty funny. But he broke it down. I was like, oh, I get it now.
Yeah.
And so many words, and I'm paraphrasing. It was like, this is how you buy yourself some time. I'm not mad at this is what Dave Chappelle said. I'm not mad at what Kanye West said. You just can't say that stuff out loud.
And that's a problem.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That's the problem. Anything.
Yeah.
But he was just like, he's like, I'm paraphrasing, but like in a sense, you got to look at it like, you shouldn't even be thinking this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hitler was so crazy. Like you look at the picture of him. Moyo said, for those watching, Hitler was a crazy person. He himself was not the classification of pure race. And that's where we talk about some self-hatred. He had dark hair, dark eyes, and the people that he upheld were, he said was most pure were blonde hair, light eyes. So he didn't even uphold what he thought was a pure Aryan nation.
I'm actually curious to know the origin, this will never be a TV show, but I would like to see the birth of how this became like his thought. Like, was he hurt by somebody that was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how did he become, like, if we did a story of like Dahmer, like how he became this person, like, because as a child, what happened to him that he was like, you know what, this shouldn't happen to nobody else. How I'm feeling, this should never happen.
But it's also like, let's think about somebody who, like Donald Trump, right? Mm-hmm. Donald Trump might not have ever I'll put this. Donald Trump came out swinging, right?
Mhm.
When he announced that he was running for president, he was like, we're going to get rid of immigrants, illegal aliens, he called them.
Right.
He was like, and we're going to send Mexicans back. And like, he was hitting groups. He was like, I know there's people that hate these people. I know there's people that can't stand these people.
Mhm.
And I'm going to embolden them to feel what they feel
Mhm.
out loud.
Right.
He could say that even if he believed it or not.
Right.
But because he knew that that would empower a group.
Right.
So Hitler, to say that, like I'm saying, Hitler might not have been hurt by anyone, but he knew there were schools and pockets of thoughts of people who felt that way.
Mm-hmm.
And because of the need for political power, political gain, money, riches, whatever, you're willing to go all out for that. And so, like, for me, like, it's always centered around greed or need for power or something.
Mm-hmm. You understand how much of a uniform he is? As in, like, his name is not like John Smith. Like
Adolf Hitler.
Adolf Hitler is such a powerful name that you hear, you like, I know exactly who you're talking about. And he had the mustache. That's a uniform.
And the thing was, I'm pretty sure everybody was rocking that mustache for a while. And now I'm like, dang it, I really like that mustache, but now I look like.
And his family members was like, yeah, we're going to change our name. Hitler is
I can't do that.
Tarnishing our brand right now.
Yeah.
He got kids. I don't know if he got kids. You know?
I don't know nothing about this man.
That dude is a monster.
Yeah.
For him to like, okay. Imagine his father like, where did I go wrong?
And then we say that and we ask about how things like that can be created. But people don't, George Takei, you know, I can't think of his last name, but brought up earlier this week was D-Day, like the day that Pearl Harbor was bombed.
Mm-hmm.
The Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor. The day after, a rule was passed pretty much saying that you can put every Japanese person, whether they're from Japan or were born here from generations, into basically like concentration camps. They were all put in these like you could go throughout California and see where these people were, like these barracks where people were forced to stay.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times they weren't even just Japanese. You're like, well, you look like you might be somewhere from Asia, so we're going to put you up in this internment camp. And so you say, how could stuff like this happen? But people were instantly so scared of these people who had already been mistreated in this country for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
But then you put them in, you're like, well, we're putting you in internment camps because you might be the enemy based on how you look solely.
What I ultimately find amusing is the audacity of white people. I don't want to do this. Let me find somebody to do this. The idea of slavery is already sinister. But when you have a group of people that all agree on the idea, it's genius. I'm using the quotation fingers. Then it was like, all right. Somebody was like, yo, do you understand that these are people?
Mm-hmm.
Just different color. We shouldn't do this. He's like, you're right. World is changing. These are people. How else can we make them slaves? Prison. Let's put them in prison.
Mm-hmm.
Or for first crop hold. Was it crop? Sharecropping.
Yep.
And then it's like, put them in prison. And then we're gonna make them still, if they're doing illegal activities, we can now put them back in slavery.
Do you realize it was just this year that some states voted to close that loophole for their own state thing, to say that?
Do tell.
I don't even remember what states, but it was pretty much, I want to say it was like 4 states on the ballot, had that on the ballot of saying like, we'll close this loophole so that we can ensure that slavery is not a thing again. I'm like, the fact that we had to vote for this in 20 anything is mind blowing to me.
We're minorities. So if it's honestly, think about it. If it's 2 of us with an idea versus 20 white people who has the opposite ideas, how much fight you think you got? And it was like, and it was, and they're like, yeah, I think the black people should come in last when we enter the room. And
why is that?
Well, I mean, it's a welcoming thing. When you walk in, they want to see bright, beautiful faces.
Well, I think we should just walk in alphabetical order. Therefore, I'd probably be ahead of you.
Well, you're T's and we're all, we're A's. We have M's.
He's Z, Y, X.
Right, but we don't want it to be jarring because you're so contrast.
Wait, what?
It'll just be jarring. So let's just keep the black people in the back.
Are you
ma'am, please. We all agree that this is the right way. So let's not be.
It could be perceived.
If you don't want to be here, you don't have to be here. So
I earned the right to be here too.
Yes, but we're just entering into a room. Why is it a big deal? You guys go in the back.
Because my people fought for us not to be in the back.
Here we go with my people. So here we go.
Your people did too. I don't know.
Well, we're okay. We're going to consider it. So we're going to put it on the backbone for the next semester.
I'm just saying, since it's less of us anyway, we should maybe put one person up front and then maybe sprinkle in the middle, so it doesn't look like you look racist.
Yeah, I just wanted to know why you're the only one making a lot of noise, and the rest of 19 of us, the 19 of us all agree. So, I mean, if we're going to be in a group, you
know what? I'm going to start my own group.
Yeah, that's what happens, man. That's typically what happens.
I'm going to start my own group. I don't want to be part of this mess. Or I'm setting the whole thing on fire.
It could be as simple as, just a bill passing of I think we should put more money into the inner city
and that's
schools.
why we got to be engaged, man. We all got to be engaged, and we need allies. Mm-hmm. So that was deep.
Yeah. So
can I move into something less deep?
Let's go.
Oh my gosh.
What's this voice?
I don't know. I like it. Anyway.
Is this recording? Okay. Is this thing going me?
All right. So have you ever told something to a friend, a best friend, only for them to turn around and tell their significant other? Like, it's a secret. You say, hey, girl, this is a secret. Tell nobody. And they turn around and you find out they told their significant other?
Yeah. This happens all the time.
Can I be honest?
Go for it. Uh-oh.
I've come to expect it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it bugs me so much. It bothers me.
Yeah.
And to the fact that it's kind of like, if I tell you something of grave, I'm like, don't tell anybody. And it's my personal business.
Right.
And I trust you with my personal business.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want my friend's husband or significant other to then know that personal business about me. As one, it might change their opinion about me.
Sure.
Or it gives them more information to my life than I'm actually willing to share.
Right.
So I know that we say stuff like when you're married, you become one. There's no secrets between us, and there's no secrets between you.
Right. But
this is my personal life.
Yeah.
Why is my secret then a thing of importance for your relationship?
Do you do it in reverse?
Yes.
As if someone tells you something, you keep it to yourself?
For the most part, this especially depending on the nature of it. If it's something like
hypocrite, accusations.
But I am pretty good at if somebody says don't tell, especially if it's something embarrassing or if it's something deeply personal to them, that I feel like I shouldn't tell that.
Right. It is an uncomfortable, because it's pillow talking. It's oh, well, this is going on between blah, blah, blah. Obviously, and you got to do it obviously they don't want me to tell nobody about this, but I'm telling you because I'm asking opinions on this sort of matter. Mm-hmm. Versus ooh, baby, guess what happened? That's childish.
Yeah.
But if it's something they're kind of going through something right now, depression, it's
if it's something that could give me hey, I have a friend who's really going through blah, 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 hoping to get your advice so I can figure out the right thing to tell them. And I might not even say the name, but I might just be I have a friend. What would you say? And please don't say anything.
Right.
But I just don't know what to tell them. That sort of thing. But I wouldn't be like, and then I also heard that she was with so and so.
Yeah.
Like it's that kind of.
Also, what I don't like is if my friend or significant other, and if I'm hinting towards something, um, if I'm hinting towards something, um, they trying to pull much out of me.
Mm-hmm.
Who was it? Tell me. Come on, you can tell me.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, that sort of energy lets me know that you can't wait to tell what I'm telling you.
You know what's
Is
funny?
it Matthew? Is it Mark? Is it John or Luke?
You know what's funny?
What?
Is I feel like an early gaffe, if you will, in our friendship was me telling something to a friend trying to fix something for you.
Yeah, but let me tell y'all something, man. Let me tell y'all something. I'm talking the opening introduction to Twilla and I. The opening introduction. I said, "Oh, you are trash." I'm talking within 10 minutes. I was venting to her, and
you vented a lot, though.
I was going through a breakup.
You vented a lot. That was the only thing.
A really quick breakup. This is how I met Twilla, pretty much. And we
Yeah.
on the phone. We talking. I'm like, man, your friend. I'm saying, I didn't know they were friends like that. But I was like, yeah, so and so did blah blah blah. It's not cool. And then she did this to me. And I'm saying, like, it's whatever, man. It's whatever. I was like, let me get you back though. I'm up here making some food. Ooh, hey, Dion. So I heard you. Like, so now I'm getting bombarded with. I'm being exposed to what I said, but also like Twills told her immediately.
But it was more so like without saying, I know we've been through this.
Yeah.
And you're right. I shouldn't have said anything. And I've since learned my lesson. But at the time, me being a fixer, I was like, hey girl, how about you just do this? Like, and fix it. That was me. Like, but what you also failed to know is that we actually had a conversation. She and I had a conversation about that prior to you telling me, venting to me about it. So I knew what was up.
And you didn't even tell her, like, please don't tell Dion that I'm telling you. She called immediately.
Yeah.
And now I'm getting bombarded with, yes, I said that, but also, Twilla, you are.
But I didn't say you said. I didn't say you said at all. I will stand by that. I was just like, how about you fix this? Because you know that's wrong.
Yeah, that's whatever.
But yeah, so Dion hated me after that.
For a long time. I love that my BFF, this is Moyo. I love that my BFF doesn't tell my business to her husband. We're very close, so I know if he knew.
You know, to be fair, I don't know anymore. Like, so it happened with one friend. It's my girl. I love her to death. And I feel like there's stuff that I can tell her, but I feel like her and her relationship with her husband is that she'll probably tell. And so because that was a thing that happened with that friend, I feel like subsequent friends, I've just assumed that they will tell. And so like I feel like sometimes when people get in like deep relationships or get married, there might be a slight like, I don't know how, like the closeness might, isn't not even the closest. Like I'm just not gonna tell you my deepest secrets anymore.
Right.
And that's fine, but and I don't know if it's fair to them, but I'm like, I'm not gonna try to test this.
Yeah.
Or unless I should say, hey girl, if I tell you a secret, will you tell your husband? Like, do I need to test that up front?
And you got
hey Tia.
And you can kind of throw a little cry wolf in there.
Lie about it?
Yeah, do something that's random. Like, let's see if this gets back to him.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a good segue into what happened yesterday. I can't say yesterday, but it was on one of these Real Housewives shows. It was this guy.
You watch Real Housewives?
I didn't want to break down how I figured this out.
Oh, okay.
It was on the Breakfast Club. They did a segment about what happened on Housewives. It was a woman who was so obsessed with this man's sex. She said he cheats on me all the time, but his sex is incredible. I love this man's sex. She said it was so good she had to tell her girlfriend about it, and she's like, you got to see it for yourself. And she said she was on the verge of breaking up with him. So she was like, before I break up, well, I think they broke up, and it's like, now you try it. And she said, "You right. It is by far to this day the greatest sex I've ever had." If you guys, this is a sneaky link question for y'all. If this was like a sneaky link, one time off experience with a guy or girl, would you be like, yo, I'm not trying to wipe this person, but that's you got to try this out?
That's funny.
Would you do that? If it's just like a sneaky link, or in reverse, if your friend's like, listen, he ain't worth a damn. As in, like, he's dumb. He is. Which way did he go, George? Which way did he go? He's that dumb. But when I tell you, he puts in work. You got to try it out.
Okay.
Would you try it out, or would you be like, no, I'm not doubling up on my friend?
If my friend was really selling it,
yeah.
Like, girl, and can't stop talking about it, and just, I promise you, like, I'm not gonna feel away. Yeah. Like, that's the thing. Like, how into were you? Like, if it's a straight up relationship and he just cheated and treated like trash, or was it like, we went out to dinner for a couple of times, but there's no future with this guy? Yeah,
she's like, we went out on one date, and I was like, nope. But since we, back at his house, I guess I'll try it out. She's like, oh my God, I would never put this boy in public embarrassing me, because he is a dub. But let me try to get one more time. Oh my God, yes, he is for sure this good.
Okay. So first of all, we know I'm not that person, but that sounds very tempting. Yeah. Like, I see, like, that could be tempting. Now, reverse, like, if I told a friend like that and then they went and did it, I'd be like,
you feel away? You want to pitch it?
But I mean, pitch it. I am possessive, even if you were, never mind.
So if he's like,
I want it for myself.
But what if he's like, I think you and I could
no, we can't.
A relationship.
No, we can't. But that don't mean I want my friend to try it. I gotta have something to myself. Dang it.
It was somebody talking about playing here. Nope, that sounds nasty. Who's nasty? Hold on. Are you nasty for? So Tia, what if you were the initiator? What if you the one that was like, I met this person and I want my friend to try it out? As in, like, you try it out.
Yeah, I'll add to it. And your friend was like, I have never orgasmed before. I'm just adding layers to it. Yeah. Like, what if she's like, I haven't had any good nothing, and it's small and it's disappointing each and every time. And then you were like, well, to help you out, sis.
Yeah, there's this guy.
Yeah. Dumb as a rock, but I think you might experience what you need to experience.
Right. And on the Breakfast Club, they called this guy a triple threat, which he was good in bed, he eat the poom poom and the bunkie. As in, this girl who called in, they asked that question, and she's like, yeah, I had this guy do it. She's like, he turned me inside, outside, and the guy I was messing with was a triple threat. I was like, what's triple threat? And then anywho, let's see. I'll just have to take her word for it. Moyo said, ain't no fun. I mean, I share delicious recipes, so my friends would never, though. Hello, as in your friends would never have sex with the guy you're talking about, or your friends will never pitch it to you because they know how grimy you are.
Like, I have to say, like, my friends are loyal, but if I pitch, like, I would not pitch it, because I feel like there are some friends that be like my friends have not historically been that person, but I know a couple of people who would be like, oh, really full?
Really? You said really full?
Oh, really full?
Oh, really full?
So you just saying, girl.
Yeah. Also, I also don't need to be turned out. That never ends well.
Oh my gosh. I feel like again, like you remember when Beyonce did Crazy in Love and her performance, the girl was on the ground kicking.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people are like, yep, and that's the type we don't need.
Yeah.
Like I don't need to be like on
Crazy
the ground.
love. Drunken love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jay-Z took her through.
Yeah.
I don't need to do that. Moyo said, me grimy? Absolutely not.
You know what's funny? What if you were that friend that people was like, we can't talk to you about people around you? As in like, oh, here she goes. As in like, here come Twilla. Shh. What's that about? No disrespect. We just know that we tell you something, you can't hold water.
Oh yeah. That would be.
How would you feel?
I would feel. If it was true though, what do you do? Like you like.
And then they start doing a list of things like, when I told you about my foot surgery, and don't tell nobody, and because of that, I missed my scholarship for the football.
So I didn't tell.
It doesn't matter. You told the coach. The coach found out from.
Why did I go to the coach? How much water can I not hold?
Hey, why aren't you gonna start her just because she had surgery on her toe?
Wait, what?
She said she was having cramps.
Yeah, toe cramps. That's the surgery. No?
That's your representation.
Yeah, no,
I wasn't telling. I'm just trying to help.
You have to reevaluate your life. When several people say, hey, this is a pattern, or a friend can point out certain patterns in your life, it hurt sometimes to hear about yourself. But at the same time, like, I don't think you can be that stubborn unless you just want to be that person. Right. But you have to be willing to grow. And friends, good friends, are also iron sharpen iron. You and I have been through some things, just trying to like better each other or being honest with one another. Yeah. But at the end of the day, it's a good thing.
You know, it's funny.
What?
You can tell somebody's personality and how they move, and according to how much people provide to you that you didn't ask for.
Like, what do you mean?
like you're talking to somebody like, Johnny and Courtney got divorced from some infidelity stuff, man. They're trying to figure out who's going to take over the child, who's going to, but after that, he hasn't found a job. It was like,
I would never tell that person anything.
Right. You started kind of like, oh, okay. In your head, like, I thank you for the information. Great. I know now it makes sense. Yeah. Everything started but I just know now
I can't tell
you nothing because I didn't ask for that.
Or the people who like you meet immediately and they tell you way too much about their own life and their own dramas.
Yes.
Like what their boyfriend did and stuff. I'm like,
yeah, buddy.
Why are you sharing this with me?
Yeah, and
I just sat down.
Yeah. You don't know me. You don't know my last name.
Right.
Yeah. And also the people that name drops a lot. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I got to go to this Chicago meeting with me and BJ Armstrong. We about to open up a business. We have collaborated with a Whiskey Row. It's a cigarette cigar company.
That's what's up.
When I come back, we can definitely have that meeting.
Didn't ask for any of that.
Yeah.
But then, like those people that I feel like there's a median because like it has to be like somewhere you can meet in the middle because it's those people that just like name drop, who may or may not be doing what they said they're doing, and then like I feel like, and I'll kind of say us because I feel like we'll be like, yeah, that's cool. I actually got a meeting and I'm doing something like. We're never really pitching, right? But we're always working. So nobody knows exactly what we're doing. And then be like, and I know I'm bad at this. Like, I'll be like, oh yeah, I was at a concert the other day. What were you doing at the concert? Right. Like, why were you there? Like, oh, I was actually doing some work. Yeah. It's kind of a big deal, but I'm not that person to
You're going to keep asking.
Yeah. You're going to have to find out. And I wonder if there's like that median, like where people can be like, oh.
Right.
But also not even humble. It's like, why are you doing all this? Like, who are you trying to convince when you're telling me all these names of people that
you gotta do baby steps when you're providing information that's going to be mind-boggling.
Yeah,
you be like, oh yeah, I was at this concert the other day, and I've seen Jonathan from really what concert? It was the Prince concert.
Yeah.
Prince. Look at your name dropping. No, I just said concert.
Yeah.
You asked.
You're right.
I was trying to keep it there. But yeah, I know a couple of people that just provides way too much information of people's breakups, infidelity, divorce. I was like, yo, thank you. I didn't know that. I wasn't thinking about him or her. Wow, she was about to do what?
What about people who talk about like unprompted, go deep into like their escapades with different people? Like, I don't know if you have friends be like, yeah, he and I, like, yeah, we one time, and then just talk way too much. Like, does that feel like kiss and telling to you? Like, also, or
it depends if we're on the topic. And if I'm fine with there was just one guy, there was just one girl, versus like, oh yeah, Courtney McElrath. You remember her, right? It was like, oh man, you just embarrassing people now. I'm totally fine. I'm totally fine with that has happened before. Yeah, there was this one girl I used to date. We broke up because when I had put her in this position, I heard some pop. It was her.
That would be the story.
It was her hip flexor. And we broke up because she said I knocked her Volvo.
The what?
Volvo out.
The who?
Yeah. So that's
not the what.
That's why I stopped talking to her. But yeah, that'd be happening though. That'd be if it was something like that. Yeah. That's not really like name dropping. That's not providing way too much information. And you kind of like you do when you tell stories, you give people like synopsis. They're like, "Ooh, tell me more." I'm like, I got a lot more. I got you. So when you have a conversation, like, keep talking. What else you got?
Yeah, I think I hate it when you get the full government. Like,
oh yeah, yeah.
Like, oh, you don't know her? Let me show you.
Melissa McElrath. But also I hate we're beyond. I hate the first name basis, as in we're that cool, and you got to get like me. Like, yeah, I'm supposed to go to Detroit, talk to Marsh about his next album. Who's Marsh? Yeah, Eminem, Marshall Mathers.
Why'd you say that?
I mean, I don't call him that. I'm not part of the,
Oh, my bad. No.
I'm not a part of. I hate those people. Yeah, me and.
I don't know. So my goal in life is to work. I've always felt this. I'm telling you guys. I've always felt that somehow, somewhere, me and the Knowles Carter dynasty are going to work together somehow.
Okay.
And says Beyonce and Jay-Z, I have a dream every year. We visit, we talk business.
I've heard this numerous times.
So that's down the line. I wonder if I'll just be like, I think I'd definitely be like, I have a meeting. There's NDA signed. So, but I do wonder if, like, once the NDA is up, if I can be like, because when you say Beyonce, you can't just like, it's not easy, just threw that name out there.
I say B.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll just be like, yes, me and B were talking. And then basically we decided that we prefer to do it this way. But then Hove was also talking, or I'll just say Sean also put in.
And Jay.
Would I say Sean or Jay?
I mean, who are you talking to? Because if you're talking to people that's in our camp, that's totally fine. Versus like you gotta be humble by just saying a client of mine.
No, we partners on this. They ain't my client.
Who are you talking to?
I don't know. I don't know.
Are you telling a story?
Everybody. I'm telling my girls.
Yeah, are you telling me? But also, you know what's a fun transition? I would love to be a fly on the wall with you, because I know how much of a big fan you are with Jay-Z and Beyonce. I would love to see the transition of you being professional to we cool. I would love to see the.
But I think that's how I am in work anyway, in general. Like when you first meet Work Twills, Work Twills is professional. Right. She has her notebook. She's like, okay, that's what you need. And then there's a slight transition. Like Q used to be like, you are so quiet. Like, let's talk, girl. And I'm like, I don't know you. And then like it transitioned over to we're like, like we're loud in the meetings and stuff. But yeah.
I would just love to see that, like, because when she gets to the point of being comfortable by talking to you, like, so Twilla, tell me about yourself. You're like, here we go.
So
been liking you since.
No.
Here we go.
No, I wouldn't be that person.
I knew it.
I couldn't be that person. I have dignity about myself.
So let's do an example, right? All right, I'm Beyonce. You already worked for me for 3 weeks. I don't work for. Worked with me for 3 weeks, and all of a sudden she was like, "Well, we're gonna be here for next couple hours, I guess. So we should get to know each other. I'm gonna get my makeup done."
Oh, sounds good.
Where you from? Is it Twilla?
Twilla, yeah.
People keep calling you Twills. I ain't know.
Yeah, Twills is it's not even a shortened version, but Twilla. Okay. Yeah. Named after my grandma.
Oh.
Yeah.
Where you from?
North Carolina.
Really?
Yeah.
I have family in North Carolina.
Oh, what part?
Yeah, Charlotte.
Okay. My parents live right outside of Charlotte right now. I grew up in Shelby, which is like 45 minutes from Charlotte. Okay. But spent my childhood in Durham and then back and forth during the summers.
All right.
Yeah, from the South. Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. What about you? Like, I know you're Houston, Texas, but was it there like your whole life or?
Yeah, whole life.
Whole life, really? Mm-hmm. Really? Do you ever go back and you miss, like, do you get to go back home? She initiated a conversation when she's going to finish it.
It made you uncomfortable? When she's like, oh, you initiating conversations, huh? Okay. Yeah.
Everybody says she's polite. She's one of the nicest people you'll meet. Yeah. That's what everyone says. Mm-hmm. Clearly.
That look made you uncomfortable? Yeah. Who she think she's talking to?
Yeah, because I clearly just go back into my phone and start working or whatever. I'm like, well, it got silent. You want to talk about me. You don't want to talk to me. Let me text Jenny real quick. Girl.
Twills would be totally cool in person, but understand she'd go into the bathroom or her car and scream at the end of the work.
Yes.
Let me tell you about work Twills voice. I don't like it.
You don't like my professional voice?
I don't like your work voice.
He doesn't understand code switching.
I understand it, but they know you at this point. I don't like that voice.
I still gotta keep my level. Like, I don't work Twills does not want everyone to have or feel like they have access to real Twills.
No. It's not.
So that voice, I feel like, is a guard.
It's more of like you're mocking a white girl.
See, that's the problem. That right there is the problem.
That's how you talk like that?
No. So what I'm saying is because, and I think I told you this. I grew up always being told you speak really proper. You sound like a white girl. So I tried really hard to work on vernacular so that I didn't always sound like that. So what you hear work Twills is actually you hearing Twills. Okay. Let's be real. And so when it's like, well, now you sound like you're either mocking a white girl or a white girl, to me that infuriates and brings something up. Because I'm like, that is just how I was brought up to talk. Like, you've spoken to all of my siblings and you notice that a few of them have similar.
No, it's not that voice.
It's not that voice?
No. Like, I've talked to you millions of hours.
Millions of hours?
Millions of hours. That long. I've talked to you millions of hours. I know how you talk. Just an example, like last night. Like, you had this, like,
I think that's just my fun voice.
I know. And it was just like, you had just like this valley girl, like all your punchlines was kind of like, yeah.
I do that. But like, you know me differently.
Right.
So like, even with black friends, I do that. Mm-hmm. That's just
it's a huge difference between game night and in the birthday party.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Nothing stuck out. I was like, why is still talking like that?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Also, deeper circles.
Yeah, you're right.
Very close circles versus outer circles.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
You started hitting.
Dion be hating on me sometimes.
I'm not hating. It was like, who is this woman? I mean, you were hitting the punchlines.
Tia, let me tell you, you have to keep the voice. Like, you do get crazy. Like, you'll say something about like, I've been in the office when somebody is like, oh, here come the white people. Shut up. Like, you just can't get back comfortable.
No, not literally saying things.
Literally saying things. Like, I'm saying, like, when you get too comfortable in your environment, then you kind of say stuff that you would naturally slip up. And I could say some off the wall stuff.
Yeah.
If I'm cozy.
Yeah.
If we know each other.
Yeah.
The off the wallness that I say is not always acceptable.
This reminds me of when you're doing a presentation, this was a black Twitter thing. It was a black Twitter.
Oh
feed,
man, yeah.
When it was like you slip up in the workforce and you said one of the your black vernaculars,
Yeah.
and you say something like, maybe if once we get done with this, we can circle the block and
spin the block. They were like, spin the block.
We can spin the block, and it was like, whoa, what is that? What's that
my
mean?
gosh.
And then there was a whole thread of tell us a time when you slipped up and said some sort of culture, dialect, or voice or phrase.
I think I said something to the effect of, I don't remember what it is. I want to say, so one time at work, I said something about Black Girl Magic.
Mm-hmm.
And then my coworker, he was like, he told somebody, oh, Twills can handle it. She got that Black Girl Magic. And he's minority, so he could say it. Yeah. But the white supervisor was like, I don't think you can say that. And he came back and he was like, they are tripping over the word Black Girl Magic, the phrase Black Girl Magic right now. I was told that it wasn't okay to say in the workplace. I was like, boy, please.
Oh, that's funny.
So that was funny. But there was something else that I said, and my associate producer was so, I wish I could remember exactly what it was, but she was so stuck on the meaning. Mm-hmm. She said, I just don't understand. Okay. So if you say it like this, I'm like, nope, that's not the same way. Yeah. Oh, so I'm really trying to understand what you're saying here, Twills. And I was just like, it's okay. You don't have to understand. You don't have to say it ever. And she was like, well, I just feel like, and then she was like, and she's pretty woke. So she was like, okay, I realize what I'm doing right now. Like, you're right. Like, it's for the culture. And I shouldn't have to, like, I don't need to understand what you're explaining because that's your right and your culture. I was like, yes, girl.
Yeah.
Get it.
Yeah, we did. There you go.
It was just so funny. I was like, it was really like 10 minutes of her trying to understand and then hitting that wall and then being like, oh, I'm sorry. I realized I don't have to understand. Mm-hmm. Like, I was like, because you weren't getting it. So
let me tell you the difference between you and I.
What?
The difference between you and I is I'm a large Black man. Mm-hmm. And I can be intimidating to smaller white minority people. Mm-hmm. So when I meet people, the only thing I can do is just smile, mm-hmm. to display the dimples, and try to find quick humor, mm-hmm. on introductions, because I'm a walking stereotype to most people. Mm-hmm.
That's exhausting, right?
It's very exhausting.
I hate that.
I don't change my voice.
Yeah.
I might, find some sort of window of comedy to ice break the moment. What's really uncomfortable is if I'm walking down the street and there's a white woman and it's like, damn it. Mm-hmm. And it's like, we're going to meet up. Mm-hmm. And then I'm going to be walking behind her. Mm-hmm. I know she's going to clench her purse or, mm-hmm. slow down because it's like, I got to speed up to be in front of her.
Right.
Because it's like, I know that, yes, I'm wearing all black. I have a hoodie on. It's just like,
that's so exhausting.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So I don't say I ever change up, but I definitely do like a, was that? Yeah. Mm-hmm. I make it into a comedy versus changing my voice up.
So, because I know you haven't always worked in the creative sphere, you've had jobs outside of entertainment. I kind of feel like because of the levels I work, like that, working directly with studios, always working forward facing with like execs and stuff, that I also do, it demands a certain level of like presentation or whatnot, mm-hmm. which I don't know if that's tiring. It's part of my DNA at this point. But do you feel like if you worked in different areas of production that you would feel like necessary? Like now that you're the head of your company now, so that you probably don't have to turn that on. But
right. I don't feel like I can turn it on. I think since I actually took lactose seriously,
Uh-huh.
I don't feel like I need to turn it on because it's also like ownership. It's kind of like a
I don't know. You do have a professional, like when you're talking to clients, especially like when they call you.
Yeah.
You do have it's a toned down, more professional Dion.
Sure, I agree.
Yeah.
Especially if they ain't paid yet. Yeah. But you know what's really crazy though?
What?
And it shouldn't be this way. I talk different to black clients than white clients. It's not like yo. It's more like
it's like that sketch.
Welcome. It was kind of like yep. To your left we have this, and I'm saying as in like a joke, as in like I'm mocking a. This is my way of being professional, but also making it seem like it's a like. I'm a stewardess of an airplane. And to your left, we have, and I'm just joking, doing like that. And then, but black people, I'm like, all right, so you have any questions? Like I'm talking like, so right here, we have the lights right here to kind of turn these on. These control this right here, and that right here controls these lights right here.
Right.
I'm talking to them as in my voice, but when it comes to white people, I'm making it into like a funny presentation.
So you saying both for the white man?
Ooh,
that's what I got from that.
Woo! Busted. Moyo said that is so interesting. I feel similar with white men, just opposite to I have to make myself huge in order to be seen, heard, etc. That makes sense.
I can see that. I think in my experience, I've had great working relationships with white men, but I've also that to the point I'm not like what I present to white women, white men, or whatever is the same across the board. But I have come to learn the audacity of like them. It's some that like are full of bull.
Mm-hmm.
Not all of them. Some of them are full of bull, and will just go with it. And like the confidence that you have to have. And I'm saying like stuff I would never do or say if I wasn't prepared. Especially if it seems like they're ill prepared, like the way they're able to just have that confidence. So I love that little meme, like go into something with the confidence of a white man. Like, because I'm like, yes, wow. I'm gonna do that.
And it's also different if they need you or you need them.
Yeah.
How much patience you have when it comes to certain people.
True.
Is like somebody say, hey, can I have a meeting with you? If it's they need you, you like, I need to be efficient on time.
Right.
But if you need them, it's like, hey, I'm sorry you're late. Oh, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
And it's different when it comes to white people versus black people. If it's a white person who came late that needs you, you be like, oh, it's just totally fine. Or it's not like they came 15 minutes like, hey, I'm parking, trying to find parking. Like, that's okay. But black people's like, hey, let me tell you something, man. Sister to sister, brother to brother, I'm tell you something right now. If you really wanted to make this work, now you're trying to make them, I don't know that I do that, but what I do realize, like when I used to manage PAs directly, if they came in late, like if they came in past their call time, I give them the first time. The second time, I'd be like, hey, you should be sure to text me, give me a heads up if you're running late. These are black or white PAs. Because they all come in late. They all do. The office PAs just come in late. And so then the third time, I'm like, I think the conversation is different that I have. So with like my white PA, I'm just like, hey, I'm noticing a pattern of lateness. I do appreciate you texting me, but please be on time. Like there are people who are calling the office at 8. So if your call time is at 8, I need you to be parking at 7:50 so your butt's in the seat at 8, or 7:45 so your butt's in the seat at 8. Please, like I don't want to have to, like nobody else should have to tell you how to be here on time for your job.
That's the conversation I would have with the white PA. The black PA, I would have that part, but I'd be like, listen, we are fighting and combating stereotypes.
Right.
It sucks because so-and-so probably did the same exact thing,
Mm-hmm.
but you being a young black professional trying to come up in this industry,
Mm-hmm.
you have to present yourself better. Like, that's the type of conversations I have with young black people.
Yeah. You ever had to fire somebody?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You really good at firing people?
I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't. Because like, I feel like my thing is, and I guess now, like, I know to kind of lead with we have to let you go, but like to pinpoint, like, hey, I asked you to do this, that, and the other. You haven't done it. It kind of sucks. Like, because sometimes I'm like, they're like, okay.
How many people you had to fire?
We're just a couple, like
two,
three. Or the easy, I think in production is easy though. Part of it's easy is just like, because it's freelance, and just be like, so, today will probably be your last day because, yeah, like if it's one of those, today will probably be your last day. We have someone coming in place tomorrow. We just need somebody whose car works or knows they got to drive or whatever it is. There's somebody I just didn't like, and I was just like,
oh, you can't say that.
There's somebody I just didn't like. They were horrible at their job. They were horrible at their job. Did not care for them. They were a day player. And so I was just like, I just never put them back on the call sheet.
Right.
Like,
yeah,
they were like, and because they were a day player, I was fine with doing that. Like,
yeah. They're talking about that is code switching, right? Yeah, it makes sense though. You did treat your own people different. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Man, I've been fired. I hate when they ask me what happened.
Who's that? Oh, like
people
the person.
Who about to fire
yeah.
me. I've been fired a lot.
So Dion, what happened?
Yeah. So my most notable firing.
The most notable, let you know there are
several firings. I've been fired a lot. I should, if there was a Hall of Fame of dismissed
dismissed employees.
I was working at the Hollywood Roosevelt, and a huge bus of Japanese travelers, tourists came in. One of my friends were sick, did not come in at all. Other guy was just running late. So I was stuck with unloading all these bags to all these rooms. And what you would have to do is everyone had names on their luggages.
Mm-hmm.
So what we would do is we have all the luggage stacked up, and we would go like, if it was like John, you'd be like, all right, 203. And we put like the numbers on there, and we'll stack them up accordingly to their floors, right? And then they'd be like, Jacob 706. All these sevens go over here, all the fives go over here, all the threes go over here, according to the floors. And then from there, we'll stack all the luggage onto the bell cart, and then head on up. So now all the one floor is on there. So second floor, knocked them all out. Doing this by myself. I'm taking my time because I'm like, dude, I can't go no faster than this. I'm by myself. Knocking them out. Second floor, third floor. Then sometimes it's like, it's only one person on fourth floor, fifth floor, and you'll see like I can put all these on there. So in this particular case, we had one floor renovated. I think it was like the third floor. And the whole floor was renovated. The person who ran the whole organization, I put their bag in the wrong room, and it was in the renovated room. So it was like, did you put? I was like, yes, I unloaded all these bags. Yeah, they're there. Did you not they're saying that you stole the bag. Like, where's it? Check the cameras. I just stole the bag. Everyone from the whole bus all said that there's no duplicates in these rooms. There's no extra bags. And give you an example, it was supposed to be in 304, but it was in 403 or something.
Okay.
So I just reversed the numbers on accident. And it was in that room for like a whole month.
Oh my gosh.
It was renovated. That whole floor was renovated.
Oh no.
So only time they saw it is when you know, the maids was coming in to add the furniture to it and stuff like that. So,
oh no.
So yeah. And that was that one that was like, let me drop it off on this floor right here. So mind you, they was like, where's the bag at, Deanne? I was like, I don't have the bag.
Yeah.
I don't have the bag. It was like, okay. Well, with that being said, we're going to have to.
They never ran the cameras?
No.
They could have said, "Oh, you put it on the wrong floor."
It wasn't. It's not floors. So it's floors by the elevator, not down the hallway.
Okay.
So they saw where all the bags are going,
but they didn't see you get on the fourth, so they couldn't tell what floor you went to.
No, everything's in black and white too.
Okay.
So also they don't know what color what bags were. So they was like, maybe he dropped off in some sort of room and then figure out a way to sneak it out or something like that. And he was the head of this organization. So he had no clothes.
Oh man!
So he had like a big meeting or like a conference to teach.
Yeah. Oh no!
And everyone came to see him. And he's like, I have no clothes, and like this is unacceptable. Who's responsible for the bags?
Oh, no.
I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
So I didn't know that it was in a different bag. I was like, I do not have it. I'm talking, they were interrogating me.
Yeah.
He's like, I have my watch in there. I have my this in here. I have this. Like, he must knew that all my stuff was in here.
Why would you know that?
I don't know.
I get it, but
and they definitely chewed my ass out. They had security. I was like, where and when where is it at now? We're going to find it. I was like, I don't have a car.
Yeah.
What is my plan?
Right.
I caught the bus here.
Right.
What is my plan
to
get this suitcase out of here? So after a while, like 2 months later, my friend of the other bellhop was like, we found the bag, bro. I was like, I'm fired. I got a whole new job now. I was like, what?
Wow.
I was like,
did you get an apology? Or?
No.
I would have called and been like, I heard you found the bag.
Yeah. And it was my fault. And they were like, can you rush this, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, that's my most notable.
They would have called me. We would have had an apology. I am petty.
But also,
y'all found it? Who found it?
But also, he wasn't supposed to tell me that. That's one of those things we told him from the beginning. He said, hey, don't tell nobody, but we found the bag.
I'm like, somehow I'm calling a lawyer. We getting something.
Yeah.
I've been like, hey, I was just thinking about it. I wonder... I was just really thinking about where that bag can be. Did anybody check like the basement? Like, I would be like,
I am 19. You think I'm that clever?
My pettiness has been real since I was born.
But at the same time,
we would have found this out.
I was at another job making, just as much money. So
my pettiness, they would have paid me for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they definitely. When you get fired, they will give you a little.
They're just gonna give me a little more.
Yeah.
You ruined my character. You. What's that word? When they come for your reputation.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what we're talking about.
Get my bag now.
Defamation, right?
Yeah.
Defamation.
That's not. You couldn't even get. Yeah.
The dude sued Roosevelt because it was a lot of important stuff in there.
But then when they found it, I'm pretty sure that lawsuit dropped.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It was just misplaced.
I was 19, man. A little sap. Just like, well, that happens, man. They had the security right there, and they had the package of paper ready for me, dude. Like, why would you ask me questions if you knew you already had the paper ready for me?
Right. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Y'all. I've not been fired. I think that's a fear of mine. But I think it's kind of like with that thing we're trying to be perfect all the time. Mm-hmm. So you kind of, your perfection drives you to be like a overachiever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm growing out of it. It's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been
What y'all?
fired a lot, yo. Fired a lot.
Zuper says the one and only time I've been fired, the owner told everyone except me that I was fired, and when I showed up for my shift, they all looked puzzled and asked me why I was here in uniform. Oh no! What up, Candace?
Candace was in LA recently.
Word
Yeah, we didn't connect at all.
at all.
Yeah. That was the day we was getting lights fixed.
Okay.
I would want up there like I would rent what walk.
I went up there like so can I what? Can I bag now? Can I?
Yeah. Moyo was drunk.
Leave Moyo alone. Oh, can I get my bag now?
What? Why? Why would I say that? No, but why would I say that? Can I go up to get my bag now? Like, like that was my bag in the first place.
Well, they fired you for it.
Because the thing is, they didn't know that the bag was missing because I had left. So they called me.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? So
you weren't there.
Right. Because they had to
Got it.
look for it for
Got
a second.
it.
Hey, Dion, we're looking for 304.
Got it.
I was like, I don't have it. Why are you asking me? I'm not here no more. Yeah, that's the point.
That's funny.
Yeah, I came back next day. Was like, let's have a talk.
Oh man, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that happened to 19-year-old Dion.
Yeah, let me tell you something, man. Bellhop money. This is for anybody who is below the age of. That's a great. Anybody above the age 18. Good workout. To carry big bags. Good tips. If you had an upscale, hotel, do you be, suited and booted? You might have like a little, tie on in a vest.
You get good tips.
Great tips. Great tips.
Unless it's me, because I always forget to carry cash, and I'd be like, "Oh my god, I hope you're here tomorrow. Let me go to this ATM."
Now you got cash at me, sweetheart.
That would work. I wish they would.
Yeah,
I got you.
No, is that offensive? Somebody say that?
No, I'd be like, because sometimes I'd be like, "Oh man," I do ask, like, "Can I Zelle you or something?" And they're like, no, that's okay.
Would it be dope if I don't have any cash inside his vest? He has all his little QR codes. I got you.
Hit me here. They do it at the nail salon.
Yeah.
Listen, this is the longest lunch break.
Okay, yeah,
ever.
We good. We out of here.
Some of us gotta get back to work.
If I got fired for it, it's mine now. That's funny. Yeah. Oh, you go back. Okay, I got you now. I get you saying. Hey, yeah. I got fired. I didn't get that bag. I need to see that.
Right.
I need to see these shoes about.
Anyway, fam, it's been great chatting with you on this random ass convo that we did early in the morning. Okay, not that early. Clearly lunchtime.
It's 12 o'clock.
You're right.
Yeah, we did it 12 o'clock.
So until next time. But before we go, make sure you hit that notification button.
Yes.
So you know when we go live.
Comment.
Please comment. We want to hear from y'all. Yeah.
And if
Happy
you
holidays,
haven't watched the Lacking Family Christmas Wrap, please do. I'm getting text messages left and right from people saying they just saw the video. Thank y'all for watching. Fire. I thought you said you liar. I was like,
I said fire. Okay. Anyway, until next time, happy holidays.
Yeah. Bye-bye. I might stay on.
Yeah, I gotta do work.
Totally gotta do work.
And I'm hungry for real.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna eat something too.
Dion said, "Never mind, I ain't staying up."
Well, I gotta cook something.
Oh.
So I can't cook and be here at the same time. Let's stop on that. Yeah, LaShawna said she was the first one in here. She's still in here. LaShawna said, "Enjoy your birthday."
Thanks, Bill. We're doing a 2000s party this weekend, so we're all wearing clothes from that era. I got some velour pants, a bucket hat. I got some FUBU pants.
FUBU
velour pants.
That's what's up, folks. It's been a pleasure. Thank y'all so much for chiming in with Lactose ENT. This weekend I will be in Ohio. So Yeah, nobody's in from Ohio. All right, y'all. Bye bye.